LifeStretch class, which is a gentle flow. It's a variety of traditional stretches, some traditional yoga movement, as well as QiGong and Tai Chi. So welcome, my name is Brenda, and welcome to Brenda's Fitness. And it's Wednesday evening here in Osgood, and we are going to do a beautiful LifeStretch class. Some of the things you may want to have available and ready to go is a mat for yourself to lie on. I have some yoga blocks handy. You may want to have yoga blocks or anything that you choose to sit on to give yourself a bolster if it's uncomfortable to sit on the floor, or you can even sit in a chair. And the other thing I have today is I have a band. The band you can use for the hamstring series. It's not necessary, but if you do have a band, it is handy. Again, a band, something to sit on to raise you off of the floor if sitting directly on the floor is uncomfortable, and a mat. And that's all we need for this evening. So again, welcome. My name is Brenda, and we are going to have a lovely LifeStretch class. We're going to start focusing on our breath. The breath is really important. When we breathe slowly and deeply, it brings our body into a calm state. And when we are in that calm state, that parasympathetic state, the tissue is more willing to move and glide with us, instead of if we're uptight and stressed, and then we're asking for a stretch, the body kind of goes, oh no, that's a lot of pressure. So we are going to be moving very gently in a flowing movement. Everything is going to rock and sway, circular movements. We aren't holding any poses. Everything is very gentle with LifeStretch. And it's also tailored to you. So choose the movements that feel comfortable for you. Modify as you choose. There is no right or wrong. Go to where you feel a gentle stretch, no pain. That's the number one rule, is we don't want to have any pain or any sense of restriction, that this has gone too far. We just want to slide into the stretch where we feel a stretch and glide back out. So we're going to ask, and then we're going to come back out. So it's all going to be a gentle flow. But we have to start with the breath to take us out of our busy day, whatever that happened to be, take the stress load off. Okay. The other thing to know about the lungs is in traditional Chinese medicine, the lungs are very important, and they are our connection from the outside world as we breathe in the air, and the environment connects us back and forth between our insides and what's on the outside. But the lungs play a really big part in our immune system, and staying healthy and strong right now is really, really important. So we will take a few minutes to really emphasize the breathing and the lungs as we go through this practice today. Okay, so come on over to your mat. And what I'd like you to do is just march on the spot for a minute, just to sort of find where your feet land underneath your hips. That's it. Now spread your toes, feel the floor underneath you. Give everything a little shake. We don't want any locked joints, so give everything a wiggle. There we go. And so make sure your knees are soft. We're going to put our hands on our lower belly. This is where we want to start to breathe into. So as we take our breath in through the nose, we're going to breathe right down into the belly, so our belly will expand. And as we exhale, the belly's going to come back up and in. You'll feel your belly button come back towards your spine and in. And you can exhale through the mouth or through the nose, whatever's most comfortable for you. So let's get started. Hands on the lower abdominals, nice breath in and out. Good, and again in and out. Feel the belly button retract, and again in and out. Now we're not just breathing into the belly. We're also going to be thinking of expanding in all areas. We're going to take it one focus at a time. So one hand on the low back. We're going to think about breathing into the belly and the back at the same time. Ready? Breath in. And out. Let the air come up and out. And again, fill the lungs, fill the belly, fill the back. And exhale. Let it all come out. And again, breath in. And out. Relax the shoulders. Nicely done. Bring the arms down, give them a little shake. Good. we're also going to be breathing into the rib cage. So hands just below the rib cage, between hips and ribs. And as you breathe in, the hands are going to expand. Ready? Breath in. And as you exhale, bring the hands back into the rib cage. And again, inhale, expand. Exhale. And again, breath in. And exhale. Good, and let the arms come down. And now we're going to be doing full breath, one hand on the belly and one hand on the chest. So we're going to breathe into the belly, then the ribs, then the chest. And then as we exhale, we're going to take the air right back out, chest, ribs, belly. Ready? Breath in. And exhale. Good, again, breath in. Belly, ribs, chest, fill. And exhale. And again, breath in. And release. Very nicely done. Bring the arms down by your side. So we're going to continue that focus of the day, steady, deep breathing throughout the rest of the hour. As we go along, you'll find that you'll be able to get just that little bit deeper into the breath. All right, let the arms hang down. Shift your weight from one side to the other. Big breath in and out. Just feeling the weight under one foot and then the other. And exhale. Come to center. Soft knees, shift into the heels and towards the toes, back and forth. And exhale. Good. And now with soft knees, shift your weight to one side, around behind, to the other side, and across the front. So I'm on the inside of my left foot, the outside of my right foot, both heels. Now I'm on the sides of my feet and my toes. Let's change direction. Toes, sides, back, sides. There we go. We're just starting to get things moving, and the slower we move, the faster the body comes down into that relaxed state. Very nice. And come back to center. And just very gently shaking ankles. Hello ankles. Start to move just a little bit. And then move that shake up into knees as well. Keep the breathing going. If everything's moving, that's okay. And now into hips. And shoulders. Elbows. Wrists and fingers. You can shift side to side. Just waking things up. Pumping the lymphatic system a little bit. And let the head bob. There we go. Very gentle. Very gentle. There, and come back to a standing position. Everything's soft. Good. Bring the arms in. Breath in. Exhale. Open. Roll the arms in. Breath in. Exhale. Open. And again, roll in. Exhale. Open. Good. Bring your fingertips to your shoulders. Forward circles with the elbows facing the side walls. Gently making them larger and larger. And open the arms. Take a breath in as you reach behind. Exhale for the arms to come forward. Bend those knees. Open. Exhale. Knees come down. Again, breath in. Exhale. Fingertips come right back to shoulders. Little backward circles with the elbows. Good. Feel a little movement in that upper back. Opening the chest, moving the arms. There we go. Bring the arms out front, extend them forward. Breath in. Exhale. Again, bring the arms forward. Open, exhale. One more breath in. Exhale. And give everything a little shake. Nice job. All right. So standing our feet a little wider than shoulder width, we're going to start with our first fascial line. And again, we're just going to reach up towards it. Palms are going to reach the ceiling, and then we're going to bring the arms back down today. Okay, so knees are soft. And take a nice breath in, reach up, reach the palms to the ceiling, and then as you exhale, bring the arms back down. Again, breath in, reach up, and exhale. And one more breath in, reach up, and exhale, come down. This time we're going to reach up and stay up. From here, we're going to tip around the side, coming around, folding forward. Let the arms dangle right out of the sockets. Tuck your chin. Give everything a little shake there. Tuck one foot behind you, so you're in a partial lunge position. Make sure your feet are grounded. Roll up the other side slowly. Good. Pushing your knees and hips forward. We're opening this back hip, reaching up and reaching with alternating arms. Nice breath. Stretch to where you're comfortable. Big breaths. And we're going to come around the side again, moving slowly. Let the arms dangle. We're going to switch our feet. Bring that back foot up. Plant the foot. Other foot back. Partial lunge position. Both knees soft. Rolling up the other side. Reaching. When your hands reach the ceiling, you're going to push your knees and hips forward, reaching up alternately. Stretching up. You can look forward or you can look up. Head and neck are in a comfortable position for you. There's no right or wrong. As long as you feel the stretch and you're starting to relax. Good. Come around the side again. Slowly. Arms dangle. This time, bring that back foot up and bring it into a nice wide stance. Swing your arms from one foot to the other. Bend the knee as you arrive. Swing and bend, shifting the weight side to side. And now we're going to roll up the other side, reaching. Reach those fingertips a little bit more down. Reaching to a great big starfish, wide open. There we go. All right, we're going to start by bending one knee. Same side hand props onto the knee. We're going to reach up and over. Big exhale as we reach. Turn your palm to the ceiling and open your chest. Nice rotation. Eyes follow the moving arm. Nice breath in. Return to the side. Reach up and over. Palm to the ceiling and open the chest. And return. Nice breath in. Exhale, reach over your head. Palm to ceiling is going to take us right up to standing. And we're going to shift to the other side, moving slowly. Hand on the thigh. Reach the arm up and over. Exhale, reach. Palm to ceiling, open the chest. There we go. It feels wonderful. Return, breath in. Exhale, reach. Palm to ceiling, open. Eyes follow the moving arm if you can. And return. And reach. Palm to ceiling takes us right to standing. There we go. We're going to bring the legs back in together. Bring them right in together. Here we go. We're going to reach the arms. So cross your hands together. Your pointer fingers can be facing upright. And we're going to reach them right up tall. Take a nice breath in. And as you exhale, tip over to one side. Breath in. Tall to center. Exhale, tip to the other side. Breath in, nice and tall. Exhale, tip. And return tall. Exhale, tip. Back up to center. Take a nice breath in here. Exhale, reach. Unclasp the hands and bring them down by your side. There we go. Roll the shoulders. Nicely done. Okay, we're going to work our way down towards the floor. So come to the end of your mat. And we're going to start by just shifting our hips side to side. Let your arms start to swing. Tuck the chin. And we're going to ragdoll our way down. Knees are soft. Remember, we're staying within our comfort zone. So stop where you feel a stretch. Let the arms dangle right out of the sockets. Now with your fingertips, reach towards the floor and slowly start walking yourself forward. So if you were in a yoga class, we would call this a downward dog. And you're pedaling your feet, one and then the other. Just stretching that superficial back line. There we go. Hello. Feel the stretch through the calf, the hamstring, the glutes. And then bring the knees down to your mat. So we're in a tabletop position. Point the toes. Push your hips back towards your heels. And glide your hips to one side and then the other. Just gently. Place your hands to the left and push your hips to the right. And then switch. Hands to the right and hips to the left. Let's do that one more time. Hands to the left and hips to the right. Hands to the right of your mat and hips to the left. Very nice. Come back to tabletop. All right. Just give it a little wiggle. Get yourself comfortable. From here, we're going to open the shoulders a little bit as well. So I'm going to take my left hand first, and I'm going to reach up towards the ceiling. Nice big breath in. And as I exhale, I'm going to curl underneath my right arm, and I'm going to aim for my ear towards the floor. Open back up. Nice breath in. Exhale, curl under. And one more time, open. Rotating up. Exhale, come under. Good. And bring your left hand back to the mat. Right hand reaches up towards the ceiling. Big breath in. Exhale, tuck the arm under, ear to the floor or to your mat. And again, open. Exhale, round under. And one more breath in, reach up. And exhale, tuck under. Very nice. And bring your hand back to the mat. We're going to resume our hips side to side, looking over the opposite shoulder. Then walk your hands forward. Open the tabletop up a little bit more. Hips side to side. And one more. Hips side to side. And we're going to come right down onto our elbows and our stomach. Here we go. Just a little bit. All right, toes are pointed. Drop your head and neck down so that you're comfortable. Nice breath in. And as you exhale, lift your head and neck. Drive your shoulder blades down your spine. And come back down. Breath in. Exhale, lift. Just to where you're comfortable. Inhale, drop down. Exhale, lift. This time when you come down, you can place your hands on either side of your shoulders if it's comfortable. Breath in, elbows by your side. Exhale, press up just to where it's comfortable for you. Come back down, breath in. Exhale, lift. There we go. Come on down, breath in. Exhale, lift. And this time lift your hips up and push your hips all the way back So a little wiggle, back on those heels. There we go. All right. So we're going to swing around and we're going to be sitting for a moment. So now, if you want to be sitting in a chair, you can do that. You can be sitting on blocks or a pillow. If it's uncomfortable to sit directly on the floor cross-legged, you don't have to sit cross-legged. You can have one leg out, both legs out. It doesn't matter. We're going to work on our neck. Okay? So to start off with, just shift your weight side to side and let the head drop over. Just letting it shift. Remember your nice deep belly breaths. Fill the lungs with air. And then come back to center. Roll the shoulders. Good. Bring your chin over one shoulder. Take a nice breath in. And as you exhale, draw your chin down across your chest and arrive at the other shoulder. Breath in. Exhale, drop the chin down and across and arrive back at the beginning. Breath in. Exhale, drop the chin down and across your chest. Breath in. Exhale to return. This time we're going to draw the chin up and over to the other side. Breath in. As you exhale, draw that rainbow with your chin up and over to the other shoulder. Breath in. Exhale to return. Remember, no pain, just that gentle stretch. Breath in. Exhale, up and over. And breath in. Exhale to return. There we go. And back to center. Roll the shoulders. All right. We're going to stretch the front of the neck, the front fascial tissue. And to do that, it looks like we're choking ourselves, but we're really just using our index finger and thumb to pin on the collarbone. So when we shrug up and pin the tissue, when our shoulders drop down and the chin floats up, we get a lovely stretch through here. Okay? So let's pin those collarbones down. Breath in, shrug up. Exhale, shoulders drop down and back, and chin floats up. Let's do that again. Bring your chin down, breath in. Exhale, chin floats up. This time, chin down, breath in. Exhale, chin floats up and over to the right shoulder. Little shoulder circles, little chin circles over the shoulder. There we go. And back to center. Shrug up. Exhale, chin's going to float up and over to the left shoulder for little chin circles. And return to center. Shrug up. Exhale, chin floats up, and here you're just going to open and close your mouth. Or you can move the jaw back and forth. And bring your chin down to your chest. Release your hands and roll the shoulders. Give everything a little wiggle. All right. Side of the neck. We're going to use the back of the hand on top of the head. Breath in. Exhale and tip, following the elbow. Stretching the opposite side of the neck. And return. Breath in. Exhale, tip. Then very gentle on the neck. Breath in, return. Exhale, tip. And this time, turn your chin down to the armpit. You'll get a stretch in the back of the neck a little bit more. And now you turn your chin up towards the ceiling, and you'll get a little bit more in the front. Now choose the spot that feels best for you. Take one breath there. And release the hand and come back to center. Roll your shoulders. Same hand on top of the head. Opposite hand under the tush. Breath in. Exhale, tip. And return, breath in. Exhale, tip. We tend to hold a lot of stress in our neck, so this is really good to take your time with. Breath in. Exhale, tip. Drop your chin to the armpit. Be patient. Use your breath to let your body release. Turn your chin up to the ceiling. Just ask in the position and see what your body is willing to give. And choose the spot that feels best for you. Release both hands and give the shoulders a roll. Whatever hand you were just sitting on is going right on top of your head. Breath in. Exhale, tip. And return, breath in. And exhale, tip. You can close your eyes down. You can hear my voice. Let things relax. Breath in. Exhale, tip. And drop the chin to the armpit. And roll up to the ceiling. Choose the spot that feels best for you. Take a breath there. That feels wonderful. Release the hand and come back to the center. Okay, same hand on top. Opposite hand under the tush. Here we go. Breath in. Exhale, tip. And return, breath in. Exhale, tip. This is a little more intense. Be gentle. If you've been doing a lot of gardening, the neck can get very tight. Breath in. Exhale, tip. Or computer work. Drop the chin down into the armpit. Roll your chin up towards the ceiling. There we go. Find your spot. And release both hands. Roll the shoulders. Very nice. All right, we're going to do the back of the neck. Lace the fingers together. We're going to place them right at the back of our skull, right at the occiditals. We're going to lift a little bit. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, you're going to weave your elbows forward. Again, listen to your body. Go as far as is comfortable. This will stretch your whole spine right to your tailbone. Release your hands and slowly weave back up. No straight lines in LifeStretch. We're weaving, we're circling. Place the hands together, again, back of the neck, breath in. Exhale, weave down. Close your eyes, tuck your chin. Let the tissue lengthen. You're just asking for the stretch. Release the hands and weave back up. Very nice. Last one, here we go. Hands back of the head, breath in. Exhale, weave. Let all the air out of your lungs as you work your way forward. Release your hands and weave back up. Here we go. All right, now before we leave the next series, roll the shoulders, I'd like you to extend your arms out. Now turn your thumbs to the floor and bend your hand back, your wrist back, so that your fingertips are pointing towards me. Fingertips towards me, thumbs to the floor. And then tip your head to one side and take some nice deep breaths in and out. Again, in and out. And gently shift your head to the other side. Breath in and out. So this is stretching the lung meridian. In traditional Chinese medicine, this is the lung meridian line. And we're stretching it out. One more breath on each side. Tip the head, breath in. Exhale. Tip the head to the other side. One last breath in here. And exhale, and let the arms drop down. Ooh, all right, nicely done. Okay, untangle the legs, give them a little shake, roll the ankles, wiggle the toes. That's it, I'm just gonna have some water. All right, give those legs a nice shake, and then you're gonna bend them up to 90 degrees. Knees and feet are wider than shoulder width. Hands are supporting you right at your hips. And what you're going to do is just let the knees drop off to one side. I call these flip-flops. They're also known as windshield wipers. And then drop the knees off to the other side. We're thinking about keeping our sit bones on the mat, side to side. So if you are still sitting in a chair, that's fine. You can knock your knees side to side sitting in a chair or sitting up on the bolster. There we go. Just gently asking. Good, and from this position, we're going to slide onto the mat. So a couple of options. You can keep your legs very close together or you can open them up, okay? Choose the position that feels most comfortable for you. We're gonna turn our hips so we're facing forward, facing this front knee. One hand by the foot and one hand by the knee. We're gonna hinge at the hips, so lifting the chest, take our breath in, and as we exhale, we're gonna hinge forward at the hips, and then glide side to side and see if you can find where your sticky points are, where you might be a little bit tight. And roll back up, chest up tall, breath in, exhale, fold, and glide. And if you have more mobility, you can open up this back leg. It doesn't have to stay there. You can go right into a partial or a full pigeon. That's up to you. Okay, breath in, chest up tall. Exhale, fold forward. And find your stretch. We're just asking gently. We're not forcing anything. Good, and roll back up. Slide the foot and the knee together. I'm going to turn a little bit so you can see me. So from this position, both hands beside the knee, and we're going to start to walk out and to the side and backwards, as far as we can reach backwards. Stay on the hand if you need to. You can drop to the elbow if you can. Top hand goes on the top thigh. We're going to take a breath in, reach way up high. Lift through the rib cage through here. Exhale as you reach your arm overhead towards the floor. Turn your chest towards the floor and draw your fingers down the front of you. Big breath in, reaching up and over. Exhale and pull through. Again, big reach up. Stretch through the rib cage. Exhale, rotate and pull through. So when you're in this position, you should really feel a nice stretch through this top hip. Let's do one more breath in. Exhale, reach, lengthen the fascial lines. Nice spiral line. Come off the elbow and walk your way to the front. Good. Okay, let's untangle those legs, give them a little flip-flop. Remember, feet are wider than shoulder width. Drop side to side. See if you've got a little bit more mobility than you did just a few minutes ago. Oh yeah, that's good. We're coming. Progress. All right, stopping on the other side, sliding onto the mat. You choose the position that feels best for you. Rotate your torso towards the front knee. One hand at the knee, one hand at the foot, chest up tall. Exhale, fold over and glide. There we go. Some will feel it more over the shin and some behind the knee. It all depends where you're tight. We're all different. Roll back up, chest up tall, breath in. Exhale, fold forward. And glide. Keeping those nice deep breaths going, slow breaths. Roll back up, Last one, chest up tall. Breath in, exhale, fold forward. And glide. And roll back up. Sliding the knee and the foot together. Both hands on the side of the knee. Walking your way back. As far as comfortable for you from the hand to the elbow. One hand on the thigh. So you really want to make sure this top hip is open. Reaching up towards the ceiling. Open the rib cage. Breath in. Exhale. Reach right overhead towards the floor. And draw that arm back in. Again, breath in. Reach up and over. Oh, that sun is shining right in. It's beautiful. And pull through. Again, breath in, reach. Lift up through the ribcage, stretch through the ribcage. Exhale, reach as far as you can towards the floor. Move slowly. Last one, here we go. Breath in. Your arms just floating up and over, ever so gently. And pull through. Gently off of the elbow. Walk your way to the front. There we go. How lucky are we that the sun is still shining? It's 7 o'clock. Beautiful. All right, last flip-flop. Feet a little wider than shoulder width, chest up tall. Good. Inhale, exhale. Check in with your breath. Can you breathe a little deeper, a little slower? Very nice. Bring your feet together. Bring them to the end of the mat. And from here, you're going to tuck your hands underneath your knees. We're going to do some seated cat-cows. So sitting up tall, squeeze your shoulder blades together, breath in. And as you exhale, round down and really pull those shoulder blades apart. Nice big back stretch. Shoulder blades together, chest up tall, breath in. And exhale, round down. One more time, sitting up tall, breath in. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Exhale, round down. And from here, either hold the floor or the backs of your legs. Assist yourself to come down. You're going to be lying down for a few minutes now. Extend the legs out. You can either reach your arms out to the side, or if it's comfortable, reach your arms right overhead. Nice and long. Take a couple of nice belly breaths. Bring your hands by your side. Bend your knees to 90 degrees. Right foot up towards the ceiling. Cross your right ankle over your left knee. So from here, we're going to be doing little tiny rocks to the left. So we'll be massaging the low back and stretching the right glute. Next step, if that's not too difficult, bring the knees towards your chest. You can thread the needle, hands behind the thigh of your left leg. Or you can hold the right leg, or you can hold the right and left foot. All right? Choose the position that's comfortable for you. Little micro rocks back and forth. Remember to breathe. Feeling a nice stretch in the right glute area. You can change the position of that right knee or right ankle, gliding it up and down. The left leg will change the angle of the glutes that you're stretching. There we go. Untangle the legs, extend them out long, give them a nice little shake. Bend the knees back to 90 degrees. This time left foot goes up to the ceiling. Left ankle crosses right knee. And choose a position that works for you. And we're rocking very gently to the right, stretching the left glute. And massaging the low back. It's a very small movement. Make sure your upper body's relaxed. You're in a comfortable position. Again, you're feeling a stretch, but not a strain. Nice deep belly breaths. Close your eyes down if you want to. Good. Untangle the legs. Give them a little shake. So now, if you have your band handy or a strap, and if you don't, that's okay. You can just use body weight. Bend your right knee in. We're going to put the strap around the foot. Keep the knee bent in towards your chest. And all I want you to do is make a figure 8 with the heel of your foot. Start weaving in and out. Start extending the heel up towards the ceiling. There we go. Pressing the heel up, draw your figure 8 right up on the ceiling. Being gentle with the band. The band is there to guide the foot. It's not to pull into the hip socket. There we go. And now holding the foot straight up overhead, just give it some gentle little pulses. Just some gentle pulses. There we go. That should feel nice. It's a very slight movement. Good work. And bend the knee in towards the chest. Bend the left knee to 90 degrees. Let it fall to the outside. That's going to be your counterbalance. Right heel goes back up to the ceiling. Take it out to the side. And we're going to start with some figure 8s. Drawing those figure 8s with the heel. Pressing your heel away. And then you can try pointing the toes. See how that feels. Really stretching those inner thigh muscles as well as the inside hamstring muscles. Part of our spiral line. And now find a comfortable spot there and just a few little pulses to finish it. There we go. Nice deep breaths. Good. Bend the knee in. Extend the left leg long. Right heel towards the ceiling. Cross the right leg across the body and start some figure 8s. Pressing the heel away. Here we go. Then try pointing the toes. This is a big stretch from the hip all the way to the heel. Love this stretch. Try and keep the leg as straight as you can without strain, remember. And now hold the leg over to the side and little pulses up, just gentle pulses. And remember to breathe. Very nicely done. And bring the knee into the chest. We're going to take the band off of that leg. Extend your right leg out. Give it a nice shake. Bend the left leg in. Place the band around the foot. And start your figure 8s. Working your heel up towards the ceiling. Really rolling the thigh bone in the socket. Gentle with the band. The band is there to guide the movement. Try pointing the toes. See what you feel. Very nice. And then bring the foot directly overhead and little pulses. Just asking for that little stretch. No strain. Take a couple deep breaths. Very nice. And bring the knee down to the chest. Bend the right knee up. Let it fall to the outside. Left heel goes up to the ceiling. And draw it to the outside. And start your figure 8s. Pressing the heel away. Rolling the thigh in the socket. Really lengthening that inner leg fascial tissue muscles. Here we go. Point the toes. Looking good. Oh, I feel a lovely stretch here. And then pause and just some little pulses in a nice big stretch position. And bring the leg in. Extend the right leg out of the way, nice and long. Left heel goes up to the ceiling. Cross it across your body and start your figure eights. Here we go. Pressing the heel away. And then try pointing the toes. That's it. And now let's do our little pulses. I really feel that in the back of the knee on this side. I guess I got some tight spots too. So when you have a tight spot like that, you can just imagine, as you breathe into that area that's tight, and exhale the tension out. Bring the knee back into the chest. Release the band. Set your band off to the side. Here we go. Give the both legs a nice little shake. Reach your arms up overhead. Reach everything long. We should be having some nice deep breaths now. Slow, deep breaths. We've been at this for a while now. 45 minutes. Arms up towards the ceiling. Palms together. Bring them down to your chest, and you're going to roll onto your side. And do some big shoulder circles here. Knees are bent. You can bring the top knee forward slightly. That's going to stabilize your hips. If you need something for your head, place a pillow or a yoga block under your head. Peel the top arm back across your body. Palm faces the ceiling. Your eyes are going to follow that moving arm as it glides down behind you, over the hips, along the floor. It's going to cross over the hand, over the head, moving slowly. This is where we really move slowly. As the fingertips leave the floor, let that arm glide very gently around the circle, reaching the fingertips long. Take some nice deep breaths. When you exhale, see if you can sink into the rotation. When the arm is directly behind you, just take a moment, pause there, take a few breaths, and enjoy the rotation. And now resume your circle, moving slowly. Stay in your comfort zone. Coming across the hips, up the front, over the hands, reaching up overhead, moving slowly. Reach the fingers. When that arm is directly behind you again, you're making a great big rotated T actually. Stop, pause a moment. Breathe into the rib cage. Sink down into your stretch. Let the body twist and turn. There we go. And resume your stretch. Making your circle. This time when the hands meet up, we're going to change direction. So now we're coming down with that top arm, over the hip, turning the palm facing the ceiling, working our way up, a nice pause halfway. Take some breaths, sink into the rotation, and then resume your circle. Very nicely done. We have one more on this side. Over the hand, following over the hips. Palm faces the ceiling. Reach those fingertips long. When your arm is directly behind you, pause. Feel the twist and the rotation. And resume. Big stretch. And bring your arms to rest. Nicely done. Let's roll on your back. Stretch everything long. Take a couple deep breaths, sink into your mat. And reach your arms up towards the ceiling again, palms together. Bring them down to your chest. And this time you're going to roll onto your other side. You have a sip of water before I go over there. All right. So arms are extended straight out from the shoulders, knees are bent, top knee comes forward. Here we go. Rest your pillow under your head if you need to. Arms back, all the way open. Reach down towards the hips, over the thigh, past the fingertips, reaching up and around. Take your time, deep breaths. This time we're going to pause when that arm is directly behind you. So we're making a giant twisted T. Exhale and sink into the twist. And then resume your stretch. Keeping the circle going. Over the hips. Up and around. Up and reach. Breathe. Arm is going to stop directly behind. Deep breath. And let that arm trail down behind you. This time when the hands meet up, we're going to change direction. So now the fingertips glide down over the hips. Up from behind. Pause. Breathe. And resume your circle. Moving slowly. This is so good for the shoulders. It's good for our organs. The twisting is good for the organs. It's like a massage. Reaching up again. Our shoulder needs all of its range of motion. And if we ask it in this gentle state, pause. And resume. Last circle, reaching, moving slowly. Embrace the stretch. And come back to your rested position. So from here, we're going to roll back onto our back, stretch everything, and we'll give it a nice little shake. Give those legs a shake. Just reach those arms nice and long. Here we go. All the hard work's done. We're going to roll onto our side. Tuck that bottom arm underneath you. And just rest here a moment before we transition back to our tabletop. Take a couple of nice deep breaths. Nice sigh. Good. And now coming onto all fours, moving slowly. This time we're tucking the toes underneath us before we had our toes pointed. Walk your hands back towards your knees just enough that you can rock back and forth on your toes. Stretching the bottoms of the feet,
And now start to lengthen those legs back up. Keep the knees bent, walk the hands back towards the feet, hanging in your ragdoll position. And slowly coming up one vertebrae at a time, swinging and swaying, nothing direct. Sway the arms, keep the chin tucked, it'll be the last to come up. Coming back up to our standing position. Roll the shoulders back. Give everything a wiggle. Ooh. Come on back to the center of your mat. All right. So from here, we're just going to check in with those fascial lines that we started off with. So our superficial front line, let's just reach up. Big stretch up, reach one arm and then the other. Ah. There we go. And come around the side, slowly. Let those arms dangle, superficial back line one last time. Shake it out. Roll back up the side. From here, widen your stance. Sideline, one hand on the thigh, reaching up and over. Big exhale. Open the palm. Open your chest. So much easier, feels lovely. And return. Palm to ceiling, it's going to take us right up and over to the other side, gliding up and over. Big reach on the other side. Palm to ceiling. Open the chest. And return. Big exhale. Palm to ceiling. Take us right back to standing. Bring your feet back in. We're going to take our arms up. Big reach up, and then bring them down in front. Let's do that one more time, reaching around up. Gathering all the energy and just pouring it down over us. Last one, up. And down. And bring your hands right back to your belly. One more nice deep breath. And there you go. Very nicely done. Thank you so much for joining me for our hour of LifeStretch. I hope your breath is deeper, that you're calmer, that your tissues were lengthened. Make sure you grab some water after this and have a lovely, relaxing evening. Thanks so much for joining. Take care.